Morning.
There's another utility room with just stuff in it.
Okay.
I'll make the hike then.
Actually, it's pretty cool up there.
Nick?
Yeah, it is?
Pretty nice stuff.
Okay.
You didn't see any other watches, huh? Just these two stopwatches, or the...
Yeah, that's what we have.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking. How much are these spoons here?
I know.
Cool.
So you're getting 5 of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was my last stop of the day after going to a bunch of yard sales and not really finding much. This is an estate sale, obviously run by a company, and this is their last day, so everything was cheaper, 50% off, and you know, they had a lot. We're gonna come back to this in a little while, but I'm just going through their display cases here, seeing what I can find. Because it's run by a company, a lot of their prices are high, but surprisingly some of the stuff was decent. So I'm just gonna have a look here and see what I can find. I asked them about a few things. When I was watching these videos back, I realized how loudly I breathe. So that's why I'm gonna do a voiceover here to not drive you guys crazy. But you can see some of the prices were a little crazy. And they had advertised a lot of this model train stuff on the Craigslist ad. So when you see that, I think the company was figuring they're gonna get a lot of their money from this train stuff, and I think they did. But that tells me that they had it, you know, priced fairly high, and all these models are super cool, and there is some money to be made there. But I think they had it just a little bit below probably what you could find on eBay. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for stuff that they haven't really paid much attention to that has value. So here, you know, I'm just gonna flip through some of the stuff here. This is just a lot of decorations and Christmas stuff. I'm just going to give you guys an idea of kind of how the house looked without filming people's faces. I actually like the company that was running this. They're not terrible, but some of the prices are a bit much. But the people are super cool, so I can't complain. You know, some old books and stuff. I don't want to pass by anything without at least peeking.
Yeah, that might help. It's getting warm. It's only gonna get warmer today.
So here we had a giant room full of dolls and a lot of Barbie stuff. Again, I didn't really bother looking through it. I have done well on Barbie stuff in the past, but it's usually when I buy a whole bunch of it for a couple bucks at a garage sale, not a situation like this where everything is individually priced and most stuff has been looked up online. So I'm just gonna flip through the belts real quick, make sure there's no cool buckles, and then kind of just glance around and keep looking. I ended up basically just buying a few things from the jewelry area, which I'll show you guys. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, just so yes, exactly.
Yeah, I already eat the whole thing.
These came from that last estate sale, which was 50% off. So these were $3 each. So I just started grabbing all the cool sterling ones for $3. See if we can find the marks. So I know This one's actually got decent weight to it. But for $3, why not? Okay, well, I cannot for the life of me find the mark on this one. I just have a size in there, but you'll have to take my word for it. This one is sterling. This one says mother. Is that what it says? Yeah, it's pretty. This one's marked there. This one is like tooled. This one's not marked. That one's cool. There was one more that I left behind because it was broken, but these ones were all pretty sweet. This one's very heavy. Super pretty. Yeah, so there were 6 total for 15 bucks. That one's nice. And then, like I said, this was the second day, so everything was 50% off, and I found this in the jewelry case. So I was looking at a lot of stuff and I wasn't finding any hidden gold, but I found this guy, and let me see if I can zoom in further for you guys. This one is 10 karat. So, not very heavy, but it's a cool little brooch. It's a little bent up, but it's a 10 karat gold brooch. And I'm glad I looked at it. I noticed it, and I noticed the way that it was soldered, and it's a little tarnished, so maybe that's why it slid under the radar for them. And the mark is pretty small, but I also liked this old style catch, pin catch there, because every time I found little gold brooches, older ones, they always have that kind of catch on them with a little safety. So yeah, little piece of gold. I paid $10 for this, 10 bucks. So I'm glad it's not broken or anything. Pretty neat. Yeah, so that was the best stuff from today. I will keep you guys updated on the next group of finds. Not as good as last weekend with that platinum ring, which by the way I sold for 600 bucks. Paid $3 for it, sold it for 600. So this is a nice little piece though. Happy with that. Gotta find some gold and some silver every weekend. So we did it again. Walked away with some gold and silver.